and get started.
Yeah.
So, where we left off.
Do it.
After traveling the jungles of Cholt for about 2 weeks now, looking for clues and allies and search for the source of the death curse, the magical binding power that has transmitted itself and across the plains and slowly taken those who have been once killed and brought back to life, and once more stopping resurrection magics in its tracks. You have all been hired by Sindra Sylvain to partake in this quest, and for the last 2 weeks have been traversing the jungles of Cholt, fighting dinosaurs, undead, mysterious exiled entities, and even dealt with some supernatural / natural entities that you may not be aware of. But you are all now within the Rungalung, which is a community built around a lake within the jungles of Cholt. This lake surrounded by a maze of thorn and brush, almost from what you've gathered so far, a very difficult to traverse obstacle. However, you are within the safety of this civilization of grungs that somewhat numbers in maybe the 60s to 80s, if not hundreds of grung that you've seen, green for the most part, some yellow, and one red grung in the color of croak. You've all agreed so far, within the safety of the hut of Croak, to try and attempt a ritual in the coming days to convince King Croak that he is favored by their goddess. And in doing so, she has asked for your assistance and offered that she does have something that will be of use, a set of paint pigments that she has found within her travels and excavation of the nearby ruins and temples that lies within the temple below of Dorangalung. It's easy enough, she said, that the procuring them back from the temple will not be too difficult. And over the next couple of hours has explained a few more things. The temple being underneath Dorangalung will be a swim for the most of you. Not far, but it is at the bottom chamber, below the frog statue that is in the center of this society. Additionally, the paintings, the painting pigments, will bring to life anything drawn from their ink wells, and if possible, it will be up to the group to figure out what likeness of the goddess you will paint in order to aid this ritual. And finally, the quicker the ritual...
Keep going.
The quicker the ritual takes place, the less anxious the king will be by the coming ritual. So the sooner the better. And with that, it is about 6-ish at night. The sun is starting to set over the ridge of the thorn maze and the tree canopy that surrounds the Rungalungalungalung. And yeah, time is yours. What do you all wish to do?
I drink and go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
Oh yeah, you finally have access to alcohol again. I forgot about that.
Notice.
I thought you were clean and you were a new man.
Notice it takes.
Now I feel better.
It takes.
I don't be sober.
It
You-
takes
You
parents
fool! I've
centuries.
tricked you.
Oh my god.
It takes parents
Sober is for
decades
suckers.
and centuries to teach their kids to sleep appropriately. And all D&D has ever taught adults is that they should sleep before they do anything.
Yeah.
It really has.
Really kind of true.
Yeah. They're like, fuck that, I'm not going to sleep at 9. And
I
then
gotta do the dishes.
And then
I better take a nap.
adventurers
I
are
think
like,
so.
I'll
That's
deal
what
with
Frog
the
is, like a
twin-headed King Rex
fantasy.
after I've taken my nap. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you
Well,
take
after
my
kids, man.
Yeah, kids
After
are like,
kids,
I don't
other
want to go to
fantasy,
bed
you
at
go to sleep at 9
9.
o'clock. Yeah.
D&D players like, wait, we're allowed to sleep at 9 o'clock. Quick, guys, take this opportunity while we can.
Yeah.
Quick, I need
Exactly.
someone to put up the dome in the living room so I can take a nap. Where's the
Exactly.
tent?
Demons might be watching. Anyway,
Okay.
they're all deciding that you wish to sleep. Yes?
I'm drinking first, then I'm going to sleep.
Bellador.
I was gonna
Who's gonna time with us?
I was
With a
gonna
beer,
say,
with a wine bottle in my hand,
Mhm.
nuzzling like a pillow.
so I was gonna ask, are we gonna try and get this paid? Because if we are, nighttime might be the best opportunity to get it.
Well, I don't
Croak-
think we should do it on the first night.
Croak-
So we have
Croak-
like a week.
Croak says, best take pigments when we can. Now, good time. Tomorrow can be a good time too.
Well, I'm still beat up from that T-Rex kicking my ass, so I want to rest.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We definitely should rest.
This can be acceptable. Remember, be cautious. I will sleep in my room. You sleep on floor.
That's fine with me. Mm-hmm.
He's got his alcohol, just drink himself to sleep, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
So as you're drinking the wine, Doldir, a lot of what they've brought you, though old, age does make wine taste for most better. This doesn't taste like wine. It has a bit of a syrupy texture to it as you're just choking it down every so often. And though there's alcohol in it, you like look through it with the candle, trying to get the light through to shine. It doesn't seem reddish or purplish at all.
Is it flammable?
I mean, it's got alcohol in it, so I would assume yes.
We wake up and Boulder doesn't have a beard anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What happened?
Make a Constitution.
What had happened was I was looking at my wine and I dropped the candle.
Make a Constitution saving throw, Doldir.
Why? Oh my goodness.
You
Make
have
some
a-
weird ass wine. What do you think?
As you're like drinking it down, you feel like it settles at the base of your stomach and just settles and doesn't mix with the liquid within your gut. And though a hardy dwarf you are, you feel very constipated? Hard to tell.
Wait, does he get advantage? He's a dwarf if it's poison.
This isn't poison.
It's just a delaxative. That's all it is.
That's a lactose.
Delaxative.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's a thing, guys. They don't stop
Well.
diarrhea in
So who's all in the room? It's just
It's
us
the
guys,
four.
or
Of, it's
not?
just the four of us, I
You're all
think.
in a very small hut. Amongst various soft dirt and dividers that kind of break apart each of the rooms that are made by very thin sheets of plastered wood together. And Croak is sleeping in her own chamber.
It's like, what time is it? Like 8, 9 o'clock or something? Pretty early.
It's about 6:30. It's pretty early.
I wanna
But
go
she's
out-
not
I wanna
really
get
like
up and go
sleeping as
outside.
much as she's like laying down and has a bunch of tomes that she's like sifting through.
I wanna step outside for some fresh air and just kind of look around.
I
Okay.
want to get a smoke.
All right. Stepping out into the open grassed area, you see other grungs shuffling their ways to their own hovels from here and across the ways. As the sun begins to dwindle and you stoke your pipe, you see that across the river there are entourages of guards that could continue to patrol and watch specifically the group as you are now.
Mm. Can I kind of keep an eye on the patrol to see like their patterns and how many and whatnot?
Sure. Make a
Just trying to
perception
take
investigation check.
Investigation. Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's pretty dark,
Who's making investigation?
and those grungs is watching
Evan.
you.
Yeah.
Who's with him, right? You said Owen's cracking his pipe out, and I kind
Yeah.
of like that. Yeah. You want me to roll that?
He's already rolled.
I'm already
I got
rolling,
you.
yeah.
Can I have assisted him retroactively? You haven't told us anything yet.
You could have most likely been telling a story that distracted him.
That's probably why I got it.
Back in my day, we didn't get captured by frog people.
I got you. Fine.
If we did, we just.
No, we got captured by fish people. There's a difference. Way more badass.
Those giants.
I mean, Owen is a Triton, so
Yeah,
he should have
that is actually true.
some familiarity
True.
with
Do you have-
grungs
yeah.
and their
Actually,
society.
I'll ask him about that. Yeah. Do you know anything about these people?
He just gets really offended about that question.
I think these people in particular, because they're
Do you think
more
fish people look alike? We all look
the
alike?
area. I'm not from around here per se. I could tell you more about like truly aquatic creatures, but they live on the land. They don't live in the sea.
Have you ever heard of these people, or know anything about their society, or their...
Let me roll what knowledge history?
Well, have you
What do you
ever
want me to do?
come across grung before?
No, I don't think he ever has.
Okay.
Really, as old as you are?
All
Because
right.
he's from the sea, and then he's stuck to largely human.
Well, then I would say give me an intelligence check.
Oh yeah.
They're like per the lore behind all this, like more of a meta information. These people, I think, are very specific to Joel. I've never been to Joel.
So he doesn't know anything. All right.
No.
So looking around, just is there any patrols nearby, or grung?
There's a few.
Like where's it? Like how close? Like how far away or close? Or...
Every now and then.
All right. In between, like seeing them, I'm. Hey,
I even have any slates. Jesus.
I think we should get out of here, man. I think we have time for this. I think tomorrow night, I think we should.
You guys know what I want to do. I've already told you. But I mean, I will go with whatever
did
the
he?
group decides. I'm not going to abandon anybody.
Oh, I thought you told me as a player. Like I know your characters.
No, Owen actually has sat in front of the red frog.
in front-
Day.
Oh,
Oh
really?
yeah,
Like,
he said he didn't
Yeah,
want to
how
help
about we
him out at
just, like,
all.
fucking leave, because this sounds like a horrible idea.
Yeah, he's advocated that he wants to just
The
leave.
lawful neutral guy does not want to do this. That's how bad an idea this is. None of us can do performance. For shit.
But I have no. Yeah, I don't think we have any way of doing illusion spells.
Not a single one of us.
Yeah, so
None of us know. None of the spellcasters know illusion.
So we have no way of. That I can think of.
This is real bad. So, but I mean, we do. Oh, did I cut out?
No.
Music
I hope
reset
my
or
fob isn't going bad. I keep losing audio.
something.
Well, as the night progresses, and the patrols patrol, and the grungs grung, eventually, with the night progressing, you all find yourselves getting to a sleep as best you can, separated from your camping equipment, your personal effects for the most part, and find yourselves getting a good night's sleep till morning.
If anybody has exhaustion still.
I think I get up earlier than everybody else.
Okay.
I'm a little older. We don't sleep so well anymore, We don't. It's a well documented thing, real life.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fantasy game. I don't think
Kind of old. You know, I've really got to poop. I'm getting a little constipated.
Right.
I'm gonna try and see, like, hey, you know, do any of these frog people like speak common at all, or is it like magic reward? And I've got like comprehend languages. I'll cast that as a ritual if I have to, and like I'm gonna like, hey,
Okay.
does anybody have any coffee? I want to make some
Comprehend
bread.
languages that give you the ability to speak.
Correct, but I can understand when they're like, what the fuck is this guy saying? I have no idea. Then I'm like, great, move on to the next one.
You said it allows them to understand you.
No, I can understand them.
Right. Not the opposite.
They
So,
can't understand me.
by the
So,
time
like,
you've
if they
waken
don't
up
understand, I at least know that.
and you start wandering around and you make your way to the closest hut, and there seems to be setting up a line filled with like tacks to hold whatever it is their morning catches will be. You walk up to them and ask for Kufi, and they look at you and as you're asking for them, you just hear them repeat back, outsiders
Oh,
don't
go ahead,
understand why you think you speak Grung.
Sorry. Is there like a central cooking area?
What is he saying?
No, like
I don't
looking
know.
around. I'm asking the DM. Is there like an area where they're like preparing meals?
They don't seem to be preparing for any sort of morning breakfast or anything. They
Well,
do
I guess I end
seem
up
to
spending
be-
my morning just kind of wandering around trying to find what I'm looking for. But
Okay. As you're wandering around further than the next hut, you notice two Grung patrols like start to follow you, keeping a distance but watching where you're going. Making the rounds across the campsite, the outer ring, you notice that many of the Grungs aren't preparing for breakfast as much as they are setting up racks and lines and diving into the lake, and some returning with fish and an assortment of other things, like oysters and seaweed, and bringing it back to the surface and like racking it up for the day. You also get the feeling they may not be cooking these.
yeah, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's how I spend my morning. I'm just gonna wander around. I get a good layout of the place, just trying to find what I'm looking for, but it doesn't look like they have it.
Yeah.
And then I'll make my way back to the group.
Do we know where our weapons are being held?
No.
No, we were just taken to the king immediately. They took it and walked off with them.
We need to figure that out. Figure out where our weapons and gear are being kept.
I do have an idea, but it might get somebody beat the fuck up.
It's not exactly like we can just go down and ask them these kind of things.
As you all, the three of you, in the hut wake up, Doldir, you feel as when you wake up, your stomach, you can just still feel the liquid within you, not digested, and you feel very warm.
Like sick, like feverish?
Like,
No, he's drunk.
like warm in his stomach.
Haven't felt this feeling in a while.
It's a slow release alcohol. Yeah. Extended release. Okay.
Wait, have you ever wanted to go to sleep not drunk and wake up drunk? Drink this shit.
Also, as you all wake up, Croak comes towards the group, and as she looks at everyone, she goes,
Say again?
Nani?
What did she say? I mean, do I still have it up?
you've been walking around. So you're not.
You're not
back
in
yet.
here. It's
I
just a
got you.
three.
I got you. I'll shut up.
Yeah. So you've been walking around looking for Kufi, and as you're looking for Kufi, the group wakes up to a Croak who is speaking Grung still. A couple minutes pass as she then saunters back to her room, returns with incense, and so on and so forth.
I know what she's doing.
And
It's a ritual.
and she starts casting again a familiar spell you've seen her cast before. And as that happens, you all hear her say, "Now can speak again. Should have done sooner or later. Where is your
Yeah, where's
grandfather?"
own guy? Where is own guy?
Oh,
Where's Grand Grand?
Where's Grant?
Gran is trying to flip an egg with spoons.
Oh, that's a very good question, and I'm gonna poke my head outside and see if I can see Own anywhere.
Well, after a while, Owens eventually saunters back towards the hut. You haven't spotted anything unusual. You did find what looked to be a prisoner area of this dwelling within Durungalang. Towards the northwest, would look to be a substantial sized cage with no prisoners in it, but still two guards who are watching it, and nothing out of the ordinary. But you did saunter back to see that your allies were just peeking through the curtained doorway looking for you.
Hey, where'd you go, mate?
I went to go do grown-up things. You wouldn't know anything about it.
Dang.
Okay, Grand.
I was just looking to see if they were civilized and they had coffee. Look, we've been out here for a little while. I'm a little old. Sometimes it gets a little difficult to do normal activities.
Well, because of that, you missed the ability to talk to these people. Good job.
You what?
Walking
She casts
and all you hear, well, while comprehend language is still up, you do hear the back end of the conversation of them speaking, and her saying, "Ah, your elder. Come, we must make a plan. Before we proceed, we will need the pigments."
Alright.
I mean, comprehending language is like an hour.
I think it's actually 10 minutes, but I can keep casting it. I'll go look.
Oh. Do you just keep
It is a
walking
ritual.
around? Do you keep walking around like someone has died today and just start
They
walking?
don't know what I'm saying.
No, I
They
mean
all think I'm
while
trying to
casting
speak their language and I suck at it.
Well, I mean to recast the spell continuously.
As long as I think that there's going to be talking that I need to hear. Comprehend languages, so you can see. It does last an hour.
Yeah.
It's like once an hour, I'll take like a couple minutes
Yeah.
and just recast
So I'd say for about 20 or so minutes, you would have walked around the entirety. So about 40 to 30 minutes you have left of comprehend language.
Okay.
So, she speaks again. What would you all like to do now?
Leave.
Well, to do that, we need to go get our stuff first.
What is needed for this ritual for the king?
Firstly, we'd have to get those paints that are somewhere in the temple.
And then cast illusion magic, but we don't have anybody that knows how to do illusion magic, so this plane is dead in the water from the get-go.
Understand, if you try to flee, they will catch you.
They can fucking try. We got my buddy here, the expert survivalist.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about, me?
Who do you think we're talking about? You're the one who was studying survival stuff.
Yeah. So,
Plus, I would assume the others are looking for us.
yeah, where's everybody else? Do we have?
It's
the
just us
other-
four, because we got attacked by a T-Rex, us four ran, and the others went to go help Azaka, who was eaten by a T-Rex.
That's right. So we don't even know where they're at or where they're.
No, we have no
whether they're
idea where they
alive or
are,
dead or what.
or if they even bothered to try and look for us.
By now, they may think we're dead.
That's a possibility, yeah. So, I'm gonna turn to crap. What was her name?
Frapple.
I don't think that was the name. I don't know. Something tells me that's not it. But I'm gonna ask. Do you know where where our stuff is being held?
We're just gonna call her Frogadier for right now.
I think she will not appreciate that, but we can try it.
You said you would help.
Well, we might have something in our stuff that can help.
As you're trying to be a little deceptive, you feel this compulsion to not lie.
Hold on
Is it
one
lying?
sec.
Because we have.
I don't know what everyone has, so I'm actually thinking maybe we might actually have something to help, but I don't know for certain.
Specifically, did they take just our weapons? Anything that looks like it could be used to hurt somebody?
Your quarterstaff, all of Irvin's shield, his sword, and his backup weapons. The only weapon that wasn't taken was Doldir's knife.
So
Yeah.
we have everything but our weapons.
So Thoughts of Persia gone too?
We've got our group
No, they
weapons.
wouldn't have seen those weapons.
Time to start
So-
taking monk levels, Irvin. Start punching people and smiting them.
Oh,
No.
face my holy fist.
I would like to flurry of blows and smite with every single one of them. Oh, I'm out of spell slots.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Anyways,
Something would be
so-
dead though, I think. Pretty sure something would be dead.
well, I may be out of spell slots, but they are non-existent anymore.
As you're all shooting shit, Croak goes, "If you will not help, I will tell the king now. So, what is your answer?"
Take me to the temple so I can get those stupid paints.
Yeah, where's this temple?
What is needed? Well, like, what do you need us to do to help?
I have explained this before.
Where is the
I know,
temple
but-
located?
Where is
we
the
gotta-
temple?
The temple is beneath the island in the center. You must swim to it.
Alright, that's your expertise, bud.
Is it dangerous?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go, I guess.
All right, guys, we ain't gonna get anywhere just talking. Let's go to the temple and see if we can find these paints.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So, you all exit the home of Croak, who leads you towards the edge of the lake. That, looking across, you see the large statue, the where you met with King Grok, and she looks at the group as you all get to the edge, and she has the kind of blue satchel, and as you all kind of get to the edge, she goes, "Follow. It's not a far swim, but it's dark. Might get lost. Don't drown." And she dives into the water.
I'll follow them.
I'll follow.
Okay.
But
So,
This
what
better
is
not end poorly, I swear.
everyone's Constitution modifier?
Mine is
Uh,
+2.
Constitution is +2.
+2.
+2.
Okay. So, remember that you can hold your breath for 2 minutes now. So as you dive into the water and submerge yourself, at first the warmness of the water is pleasant. However, as you begin swimming um, through, it gets chiller as she's diving deeper and into the darkness. And
I'll cast
she
light for the group.
okay. Casting
I
light,
cast
you
light as well.
see what looks to be a glow around you in this white orb. As it emits light around the lake, you start to see fish swimming in schools across the very low current. You notice that there is plant life and other grung actually swim in your path, flocking towards the fish. You notice ahead as you dove maybe 60 feet deep now and swam towards the island. Croak is waving you over towards a very narrow stone entrance, and she waves you over and then swims into the this opening. As you all continue to follow suit, those of you who have not held your breath for this long start to find it difficult, despite at one point or another being able to hold your breath for so long. So you struggle and push through this. Owen with ease leads the way, and as you all start to find yourself swimming towards this stone entrance, I need everyone but Owen to make a Constitution saving throw.
14.
Apparently, I need to refresh.
The others there.
Hmm?
Irvin, Dildy, are you guys there? Oh,
Yeah, hi there.
there we go.
One moment. I forgot a few things. I had to refresh. It was showing an error.
Forgot all of the water was poisoned.
Well, I forgot to put you on the map, so you guys could see where you kind of were. Which kind of meant you circling the island was kind of useless for showing you where things were. One moment. Roll 20 is acting very slow today.
Cleared. Right.
Okay. Sorry. There we go. I'm back.
Buddy, what you doing?
Okay. So, with a 14, 18, and 17, as you're all swimming and make your way through the stone opening beneath the island, you find yourselves now swimming not much longer to what is a staircase of stone ascending up into a cave. And as you get out of the water and breathe in, all of you one by one, you push yourselves up the stone steps and find yourselves in a darkened chamber. And Croak is waiting for you at the top and says, "Good. You followed well. It is just up ahead. Understand, if we are caught stealing, we will be killed. So be subtle.
Okay.
Oh wait, subtlety is our specialty.
So, making it into the chamber, you see what is an opening up a very narrow staircase to a very low ceiling altar. The chamber is maybe 30 feet by 30 feet in what looks to be like a half egg, but there is a very hefty statue of a frog with two arms pushed outwards, made of stone, and on the in the hands seem to be the excessive amount of gold and silver, but not necessarily of just like coins, of metals, ingots, pottery seems to be spread out in some of them. It seems to be an offering chamber, but as you all enter, there seem to be a few grung praying here as well to the altars scattered about, and a very subtle whispering croak says, "The pigments are over there." And she points to what looks to be a subsection of the altar where the offerings kind of extend from the hand of the statue. There seems to be cubbies inside the stonework itself. There's candles low lit within them. There's small vases and cups, small ornaments given homage. And where she points, there do seem to be an illuminated set of what looks to be different inkwells, but they are shaped like animals, shaped like a frog, with different expressions among their faces, and they seem to be set uniquely aside from everything else. And in the chamber itself, there seem to be only 3 grung praying to this altar.
Well, how do you guys think we should do this?
I can talk to him, maybe make a distraction.
Oh,
Owen does a slow pan to
I
the
don't-
monk.
I guess
One that's
I'm
gonna
up.
be doing the dirty work.
Well, you better hop to it. No pun intended.
oh,
Oh wow.
you never cease to do these, do you?
Oh, never.
So this is a religious place, right?
Yes.
So I walk over and sit down next to the you said there's 3 grung like praying or something?
Yeah, they're all split up maybe 10 feet apart.
Can I do a perception check to see where the paints are?
She pointed it out.
Oh, she pointed them out? Okay.
When I go up to where they're at, kind of similar, and kind of mimic what they're doing, but I kind of want to keep an eye on them and see how they react to me, if they even notice me, or
They seem to be just absentmindedly giving a set of prayers in whatever language they speak to the altar.
So are the paints like under they're not under lock and key, right? They're just sitting there.
There's a set of alcoves that, from the top-down perspective, other than green, you basically have a wall of these different alcoves that have a bunch of offerings, like in these like 6-foot inch divots, cubbies, but sticking out. So you have the frog head and these set of hands that sort of stick out. And there's like, can you see this? Can you all see the drawing?
Hang on.
I don't see any drawing.
Yeah, we're on a statue page where I am. Like where we first came in.
I'm in. It's like when we're all in the hut over there. That's all I see and stuff.
Yeah, same here.
We're in the hut.
Ow. Oh, now I can see it. Now I see it.
The good old switcheroo.
Yeah. Yep.
So, the center area is basically the head of a statue, a frog statue, and these outside are hands projected outside of it.
Oh, I see it.
The little lines behind it are these little 6-inch cubbies that are kind of carved into the wall itself that people have put offerings into. The pigments seem to be from where she has pointed. You have seen on the left-hand side of the chamber, on the top cubby. There's an assortment of grung that are also praying. There's one here, there's one here, and there's one here.
Okay, so I turn to Irvin. It's like, I need you to make the most outlandish prayer to your God. I want you to get everybody's attention. I'm going to stealth past and steal the paints during the distraction.
Okay.
Quick question: how is this? Is this room lit up by anything? Like torches or something?
There is a couple of candles and some of the cubbies, but very, very dim light. However, you notice the grungs have no care about darkness.
Probably see in the dark. So, I mean, if you want, since I have high persuasion and stuff, I can try and help you distract them if you want.
So I just go to the center of the statue and just start praying loudly to my god of Silver Flame
Okay.
and see what they do.
Give me a performance check with advantage as Bellador, I assume, starts to.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow his lead to try and make it like double as distracting as possible.
Oh my god!
Oh, come on!
As
Owen stopped what he's doing to watch
I can't right now.
as Irvin approaches, very Shakespearean in the opening act of a play, he puts one hand on his hip, the other hand forward, preparing to project, and he goes, "Oh, Silver Flame! And as you start bellowing out your prayers in a very outlandish and horribly performed attempt to distract, you do distract one grung who, towards the right-hand side of the chamber, slowly turns, looks up, and then looks towards Croak, who starts talking back. They are giving an offering just to distract you. Oops.
What?
Face off, Irvin, what the fuck was that?
I haven't prayed in a while.
We can see you.
And you call yourself a paladin?
No big enough distraction. However, the grungs do seem to be more aware of your presence now in the chamber.
You had one job. You couldn't do that right.
Okay.
As you're all not whispering now, some of the grungs start to turn and notice your overtly loudness in this very small chamber that echoes.
I'm gonna. Go up. It's holy ground.
Well, guys. So I talked to my group in a hushed tone. Well, there's only 3 of them. You think we can, well, I don't want to kill them, but suffocate them so they just knock out?
Knock them out? Well, what are we gonna do when they wake up and then tell everybody we knocked them out?
This is kind of the chamber.
I was gonna say, I mean, if we want, I could try and make him run away in fear. I can do that if we think that might help.
Oh, that would be great.
Well, actually, I can only do like 2 at a time, so I'd have to cast it twice. But I don't. Wait, let me check. See if that could happen. Nope, it's concentration. It's a concentration thing, so I can't do that. I mean, I could get 2 of them to leave.
Croak, why don't you just instruct those 3 to leave for a moment?
It will be difficult. The magic of the communication spell requires truth. And you're starting to realize...
So we cannot lie.
While you've all been under this, your compulsion to tell the truth has sort of... Oh. They...
I love it. That's
all
amazing.
your subtleties have been coming out very obvious.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, then.
That would have been good to know before we tried to do this mission of deception.
Ooh.
I can
that would to be fair, that would explain why you told them we were trying to distract them as well.
Yes, forgot about that.
Mm.
As you're all whispering in the corner, the other grungs are still praying.
Is his eyes open or closed?
They're all looking towards the frog statue again, trying to pray.
That's not what I asked. Are their eyes open or closed?
Do you go into their faces to find out?
You just walk up, hey, you awake?
Yes, because sometimes there's 2 types of praying. There's praying with your eyes closed and praying with your eyes open.
Okay, make a perception check.
And then there's a 3rd kind with Irvin screwing up his prayer.
Yeah.
That is a terrible praying.
14, looking about, for the most part, they have their eyes open in prayer. But every so often they do
how am I supposed to get these paints, bruh?
Well, my option still stands.
I want to see if there's a place where a 4-foot dwarf can hide in the darkness.
I got an idea.
What's that?
Older.
What?
Maybe challenge them to a drinking contest.
You know how sacrilegious that is? Drinking in a temple.
Outside the temple.
Not a priest.
You were a dwarf.
And
then challenge them to go outside and have a drinking contest.
They not gonna do that. They in the middle of prayer. If they true religious, they ain't gonna break up that. That's between them and Guapda.
No, tell them if their god is real, then they will win the contest.
Whoa! That's just gonna put me on the stake, sir.
Bro, well, holy man, you're suggesting a lot of unholy ideas over here. Wow. Whoa.
Paladin has slowly been corrupted.
He's just hanging out with us.
We're just trying to get them to participate in this.
This group has been slowly corrupting our paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Or the warlock has been, yeah, Beldor.
Mm.
Hey, I tried to help you. You screwed up your own prayer.
Yeah. Huh. Nobody has mage hand, huh?
No.
That's not true. I think I do have it.
Do you? But I think that would still be pretty obvious.
Mage hand is visible though. Is the problem? Let's see. I do have it.
Well, I mean, still, also this object just floating up into the air and flying over to us would be pretty sus.
All right.
Just
Oh, but see, we can't do another performance because they're just gonna think it's gonna be stupid. Oh, you know what?
I mean, you can certainly try.
I mean, I can fake, huh?
I mean,
Anybody got
I
a bottle?
haven't. A bottle? I don't think so. Why do you need a bottle?
You know what? I'm just gonna start drinking. Well,
DM. This is what happens.
Okay.
Owen's taking notes, and he's just kind of like walking around the chamber, just respectfully trying to glean what he can of this foreign religion, because that's what he does. He's all about learning new things about cultures and history and so on.
Uh-huh.
But as he gets close to the pigment, he just tries to fucking steal it.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand.
I roll a 16
Oh.
hand plus 2, 18.
Okay. As you're all trying to come up with the greatest plan ever, none of you notice the wizard taking notes, walking over towards the past one of the grungs who is praying, gives him a quick glance, continues its prayers, and as he's just looking around with his pen in hand and notebook in the other, he starts to put his book away, and with his open satchel just scoops all the pigments into the bag. And while you're all still arguing, Odin has returned already and is walking down the staircase he came.
Has
We
anybody
don't notice
noticed?
it, though.
No
Are
one
they
noticed.
still praying?
They are still praying.
Yes! The lawful neutral cleric stole the pigment.
Yes! The old man!
Well, I mean, you're trying to.
Hey, none of you noticed anything. Owen's just leaving.
Alright, time to go.
all right.
Well, where's he
Maybe-
going?
What?
Time to go.
Oh, what do you, do we not? Are we just?
Owen gets in the water and starts leaving.
Oh,
Alright,
where the
I'll
hell are you
follow.
going, man? Oh,
Time to go.
Croak
I
just
just
looks
follow.
around. Where is he going?
I don't know.
You made promise.
Just
I'm gonna look over. I'm just gonna look over and see if the thing's still there or anything. just so I can-
You look over and they're gone.
Alright, I just go back. I think he's got them. Let's go.
Okay.
And then I'll start heading over towards where Owen was going.
A disbelieved Croak starts looking around, notices, and then goes, "Okay, go."
Go, 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 go.
Go, go, go,
Everybody
go,
act
go.
cool.
All hail Nagnog. And then she just follows you all. Very Conehead-esque. Anyway,
Well,
you all
that pretty
leave,
much was.
start swimming through the water, and a very happy Owen tries to contain himself underwater. As you all swim back, head to the surface. Owen, you get to the surface before everyone, and a very happy smile across your face. You notice two grung feet on shore as you look up and see the very skeptical Rourke, who is looking down at you. And as any expression could be held on a very amphibious face, Rourke looks very unenthused at you. This is just Owen. Owen swims way faster than all of you.
Yeah, we're still swimming.
I mean,
Yeah,
is he
you're-
doing anything?
No, he just kind of like, you reach shore, and he's in front of you on shore as you ascend up, and you're still like in the water, and he sees him by himself, mind you.
Sure. of nod to him, and I start heading back to wherever we slept. I think it's this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. With that,
Hey, how's it going?
as time progresses, the rest of everyone. Hold on, I can't even move everybody because Dolder, Irvin, Krook, and everyone do make it to the surface. She sees Rourke and all of you, and she, from what you can exchange from her, she says, "We're showing them the temple. Get them familiar with the goddess, so that way we can deceive." So we can deceive.
So we can see the area and all the
Can't lie.
As you're trying to help, it just comes out as so we can fake. And Rourke just doesn't understand you because he's not a part of the ritual. But all you can hear from her is so we can deceive you.
So we can help the king.
yes.
So we can help the king
Help the
rid.
king. That's right. What you want to do? We want to
That's
help
the-
the king.
we just wanna
Okay,
help
I
the
guess
king.
We're trying to help the king. That's what we're trying to do.
Rourke,
Help.
in a very untrusting way, starts to
The ground.
scream at Krook, and she says, "The ritual will require a lot of things."
Materials. Yes.
And Rourke, talking back towards her, she responds back, "We will do the ritual, I hope. They are difficult to get to listen, but I am Grung. I have no ill will towards the king."
Neither
And
do we.
a very
Well, I'll be there.
a very skeptic Rourke looks at the group and angrily jumps into the water and swims towards the main island. "I think he is suspicious, but we can still do this."
We should probably figure out some ways to get around this telling the truth thing while not giving away our plan. Just a suggestion. Let's get back.
That might be helpful. Let us continue. He may share his suspicions, but if we are successful, it won't matter. So Rourke does swim past the group and eventually towards the island, so on. You all return to the hut in which Owen is, and Owen, the pigments, though very fragile and made of glass, didn't have a durability as a custom with any sort of wondrous item. It seems to be a set of them. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it seems to be a set of 4 pigments, and the combinations are green, red, blue, and yellow.
Okay.
And as you're trying to gather any sort of magical essence from them, you notice a very kind of very powerful sense from them. The ability of creation from nothing is a very difficult magic to understand, let alone have contained with such an item. So these are definitely something rare if they can do what she's suggested. Very rare
I mean,
indeed.
I'll go ahead and identify them.
Through the identify spell, you do just gain the main mechanics of them. So each pot of paint covers about 1,000 square feet of a surface, which lets you create an inanimate object or terrain, such as a door, a pit, flowers, trees, cells, rooms, or weapons, that are up to 10,000 cubic feet. It takes 10 minutes to cover 100 square feet of space. When you complete the painting, the object or terrain feature depicted becomes a real, non-magical object. Thus, painting a door on a wall creates an actual door that can be opened to whatever is beyond. So if you wanted to paint a wall from one side, it would create a door that led to the opposite side. Yeah.
We're making him a sex doll. Oh! It makes creatures, but they're inanimate, so they don't. It's just like a statue.
Right, exactly.
It's
So
not gonna move at all physically.
exactly. Painting a pit on a floor creates a real pit, and its depths count against the total
A real
area
pit?
of objects you create. Nothing created by the pigments can have a value greater than 25 gold pieces. You paint an object of greater value, such as a diamond or pound of gold. The object looks authentic, but close inspection reveals it's made from paste, bone, or some other worthless material. If you paint a form of energy, such as fire, lightning, the energy appears but dissipates as soon as you complete the painting, doing no harm to anything.
Hold on, I'm getting a call, guys. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. So, with the marvelous pigments at your disposal, what would you all like to do?
So, croak, right?
Krook. That is Krook.
Krook.
Yes.
Krook. Krook. Okay. You have a lot of scrolls, right? Are these magical scrolls?
Some of them, yes.
Do you have any illusion scrolls?
I have one, yes.
May I see it? I might have an idea that might maybe work.
So she goes over to her. She has like 3 areas: her sleeping area, her sort of priestly like religious books, and then like an area where she has stowed like a bunch of scrolls and parchment, and which basic herbs that she's been concocting together. And she saunters over, looking through her things, and she goes, "This is what I have found in a temple a long time ago. There's many things
I'm back.
that
Welcome
were
back.
found here
Thanks.
could be of use."
Okay. May I look through them? I have things that I need in order to make this plan work.
So, to save some time, as you're all kind of settling in, Doldir, make me another Constitution saving throw.
Gotcha.
Very hardy, but to save yourself some trouble, you decide it's probably best to find a good place to poop.
Okay.
We're gonna start this shit, and he's going to shit his pants.
Well, if he had failed,
It's gonna
it,
be
it
a
was
very vital and important time period when he has to do
Hold on.
something. He's gonna be over there shitting himself.
You doing okay, man? Yeah.
Nah. I
It's starting.
gotta go to the bathroom, yo. I'll be right back.
So, as he heads out and finds himself at the back of the hut, you all do hear a series of
Come on, baby.
and no progress for 20 minutes as you hear him trying to motivate himself to get it out. To save some time, the scroll that she does give you is a scroll of major image.
It's a third level spell. It's like I'll only be able to use it once.
Mhm.
It's stuck to one location. Okay, so let me see that spell, major image.
So we only got one shot at this.
Yeah. So I also need some maps of like the area here that we're allowed to get to.
Don't have maps.
Could you make me a rough map? I'm really kind of looking for an empty cave that nobody uses. Something like that.
Difficult to say. There are places we could go to, but the king would require that the ceremony be within the Rangalang.
Right.
There is small cave we made to be the first temple was abandoned. Could use.
Actually, could work very well. Is it within the limits of what we need?
We could try it, but in a small confined space with one exit would be bad if things went wrong.
Oh no, I'm not going to be there. I'll tell you my idea in a minute. You guys do what you need to do. I'm just putting this together. I'm not proposing it yet, but I've got something that we might be able to do.
I'll put it like this. I don't know how to draw. Well, I'm terrible at drawing.
Doldir says from the other
Did
side
I miss
of
an
the
important part of the plan while I was gone?
Doldir says from the other side of the hut,
I'm-
just squeezing one out. I can't
I'm having
draw,
internet
but
trouble, so I'm not gonna hear me.
So,
and then a very wounded Doldir
I don't
comes
think
in
they hear me.
sweating. I can't draw, but what was in that wine?
after drinking that wine, bro.
No, Irvin, we can't hear you.
Can't hear me
Uh,
right now. My
I
Oh,
can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Because at first you wasn't speaking. Then you spoke.
Well, I've had my internet we're having a storm go through, and my internet completely took a shit. So I've missed a lot.
Just like
Chris
Joe
Tucker.
did.
I've missed the last 5 minutes or so.
Do we have the
Yeah.
picture list here? Did you make a card for that?
Hard for what? I missed a bunch.
pigments.
The
DM?
last I heard was
Do you have a card for the pigment so I can read it?
I do not,
Or
but I can
is it
give
an
you. I
item I
can link
can
it
look
for you real quick. I didn't bring a card, but I can give you the.
Is it a legit item or is it
It is
something
a
you made up?
legit. No, it is
Okay,
a
so
legit.
it's called the pigments of.
Here we go.
Okay.
So, for drawing, drawing would be a performance check, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will also link you on Discord in case you want that.
I'm not proficient in performance, but I have a +4 thanks to my charisma, so I don't know. Does anyone else have any better stats with performances?
Belhador, if it's going to be a performance thing, I think you're probably going to be the person to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was just checking. I was like, does anyone else have anything better for that? Because I think that's the best we got.
Nope, my
What do you got?
performance is -1.
Yeah. I need to know.
Mhm.
I have several
three.
scrolls in my possession.
Mm-hmm.
What are the requirements to use these scrolls?
whatchamacallit, in intelligence check.
So someone who's already an arcane caster would not auto succeed.
No. Unless they have the same level of spell you can already cast.
Okay.
So I don't think you have third level spells yet, do you?
Oh fuck! This might not work. I don't like this.
The spell
only
DC is 10 plus the spell level, so it's not a high DC. It's 13.
But if we were one level higher, I would be able to cast third level spells, and I could have done this without having to roll.
Mhm.
Damn it. So,
I'm sorry. What did you say the DC was again?
10
it'd be
plus the spell level.
13 for this one.
Oh my god. Like, I don't even have... I've got maybe a 50% chance to use some of this shit. So, like, I can't even rely on that.
Well, as you're trying to, surmise the spell scroll, that's what Owen thinks.
Alright, look.
Owen's like reading in, like.
I have an idea. Can you show me where this temple is? Like, take us to it. The old temple that's not really used anymore for anything?
Can do.
Can't. Why not?
Can.
Oh, can. Okay.
Come, another long swim.
Okay.
Oh boy, let's go, boys.
After 10 minutes of swimming,
Everyone dies.
all of you find what looks to be about a 40 to 30 foot sized open chamber with practically nothing in it but a staircase that ascends maybe 20 feet into the chamber, but there's nothing built here.
Would this work for your plan, Owen?
Okay. Are there any other of the frog people around?
No,
Is it just us?
it's just
We're not in earshot of anybody?
right.
Okay. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. Respectfully to your religion, I'm not mocking it. Idols do not typically need to be very detail-oriented.
Right.
Right. Why don't we just make a new idol of your god in this cave, and we can use that as the foundation for the illusion magic, and we will leave your king in the cave with the idol. What he does with that is up to y'all.
Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back.
Ceremony as what you need. That's just kind of the very basic idea of what I've got going here. Because these pigments, whatever we make with it, will not move.
Does not have to move.
Right.
The king may
So-
want coitus.
Yeah,
But
but
she
it's going...
may not want coitus with him.
Right. So here's my idea, though. Whatever we make that he makes coitus with is going to not go away. So when he wakes up, I don't want him to figure out what happened. So why not say, oh look, this is part of what happened. You have a new holy site.
I don't think that Nang Nang or any goddess would wish to have coitus with King Grok.
And
Oh,
she wouldn't
pardon.
have to.
So, can give King something else he may want.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He can interpret what happens however he wants. But we get to leave your goddess out of this entirely if we make the idol and illusion it the way that he is wanting it to be perceived so that he believes it. If he makes coitus with the idol, then that's on him. But as long as he doesn't figure out that, hey, that's not what actually happened, we're all good. Everybody's happy.
This could be a plan.
Okay. Because that's one of the really big issues that I had with what was originally discussed, because we would be leaving a statue wherever he's at. So all we have to do is take some time to make, and appropriate altar for your religion, something that you can actually use to worship. And this will become like a new site for your followers to pray at, right? But he can do his crazy stuff. That's between him and his god.
Well, I approve of this,
Okay.
but we should get started. I don't know how good you are at painting.
I will tell you
Yeah.
right now that I do not do these things for very good reasons.
And I assume we.
The two that you need to look at would be Belhador and Irvin.
Yeah, look at the
There are your best
Asimovs.
chances. We are not artists. That's why I think this plan might have a chance, because they can just make a basic idol-like statue out of a material that is agreeable for you. It doesn't have to have detail. In other words, DM, I'm going for a really low DC. Not like it looks like shit, but it shouldn't be hard to reach that DC to make something appropriate. It's not a lot of detail in the statue. It's something made for worship.
Not
The detail is gonna.
necessary.
Good.
All that will be necessary is showmanship. The
Yes.
ritual must have layers. One
Yep.
statue will not be enough, even a poor statue. But an event, a spectacle the king can believe was for his benefit, will go a long way. I think this is the best plan so far.
Okay.
Agree. I like this plan.
So the plan is have Mia Irvin draw a statue, basically.
It would
Oh,
have to still be a large statue.
I think
Oh.
both of them should kind of,
Is there enough paints for both of us to make a statue? Let's use the best one.
or one could help the other.
It
Or
would.
that.
There's enough to make a statue of significant size within a chamber. It is a small chamber. You do have the benefit of space, so you could probably make multiple ones and probably choose the best. But what you would do with
well-
the other statue you do not make would be
Yeah, we'd have to get rid of it, and I don't know if we have the ability to just get rid of it that easily. Well, what's your performance modifier?
3.
I have a 4, so why don't you assist me? Because I have the higher chance.
Identified, own the pigments, you would know it would require an intelligence check to create a version of an object to be believable, to make something
Oh,
not
oh,
professional.
All
no.
should make it then. So only
wait.
individuals.
So, okay, hold up. If we make the statue with the pigments, is it an intelligence check or a performance check, or is it both?
Intelligence.
Oh,
Oh,
intelligence.
okay.
We don't
To
need
make
to do a
an-
performance check.
To
So
make
who makes the performance check?
The king for coitus.
Is that with? Is that with
Sorry, no.
actually using the scroll?
so let's stack let's put some of this together so far. So
Yeah,
as
'cause I'm
is,
really-
the quest requires you all to kind of create a ritual presentation for the king to be basically blessed to continue serving as king. Failure to do so, he will kill you all. And that's pretty much it. The ritual
Okay, I have an idea. Oh,
will
sorry, go ahead.
require layers. You will need
Yes.
of structure to create. You would need to have created a structure that can stay behind for the king to believe the presence was real. Second, you will need to add something to this to create some sort of showmanship or performance. And third, any additional things you add onto it will enhance will lower the DC rather of how much things you have to pull off. Now, it's a
Okay.
basic skill challenge. The statue must be believable. The performance / illusions must be believable. And the performance of this deity
Ritual.
must
Yeah.
be believable, as he is expecting herself to grace. So someone will have to perform at some point. However, this aspect, the creating of a statue, will require an intelligence check.
Well,
Okay.
So are we making
you
up this
have the highest
ritual, or is
intelligence,
this
I
already
believe.
this ritual already like the king already has a ritual like knowledge and
I
this
think
ritual
we're
already-
making it up.
So
The
why
king
don't
has
we
no knowledge of what
own-
this ritual is supposed to be. All he expects is the final result.
So
Alright.
he has no knowledge? Is that what you said?
He has no knowledge.
He has no idea what we're doing. He just cares about the end result.
All right.
So why don't we and Bellador and I, all three of us, since we own you're smart and religious, I'm also very religious, and Owen is very performance. I mean, Bellador is very performance.
I was like, you just excluded me from that whole statement after trying to include me. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, the three of us try to put this ritual together, like figure out all the pieces that we want to, include for this performance, or this ritual, performance.
So far, you've come to put a statue in. That's one part you need. So who's going to create the statue?
So we need an intelligence check for the statue
Owen does the
creation.
statue.
So
yeah.
Owen has the highest
But
intelligence.
But what other pieces, the other parts of this ritual do we want to have? Like that, the statue, the end result, like it's going to appear there after we do these other parts of the ritual. Also, the statue is going to be there, and then we can. That's what the like aha moment is. Like the climax.
Depends
Or-
on what you all want.
So that's what I'm thinking. We can do some sort of ritual where also the statue is revealed, or it appears, or revealed.
All right, hold up. I think we're going a little fast. Hear me out.
So she did.
Tonight, I'll make the statue tonight. Okay. The ritual is going to be a whole mess on its own. We're not going to do that yet, right? Okay. When we do the ritual, each of us needs to find something to contribute. For example, Boulder,
Yeah.
I have a mission.
Okay.
If you would accept it.
Nothing else to do. I'm just wiggling my thumbs. I don't have much in intelligence or performance.
I need the king to be drunk as fuck.
That's all. I'll do that for free.
But do be warned, you will probably have to drink more of that weird wine. So
I don't care.
Be prepared to shit yourself pretty crazy, bro.
So that's his contribution, right? And how this is going to help is if he's a little inebriated, he might miss some details.
That's true.
I would say on a successful attempt at this, it would affect the ritual.
And
In a positive way. Yes.
On a success, yes.
On a success, if he's drunk enough. So
Alright.
don't make sure he's drunk.
As reminded, it is a skill challenge. You have many things you can attempt to contribute to this, and each one will affect the final rolls. So, the more you do, the easier it will be.
right.
So what we establish is, Owen, you're gonna try and make this statue.
Today we're making the location for the ritual.
Well
That's
then.
today. The ritual's another day, and we'll figure
Yes.
that day out when we get there. Number 2, and this is the hard part that I'm not certain is what will contribute to success, but I'm not certain that there's any other way. I cannot do the illusion. Okay.
Let's see. So in order to cast the spell, we need to make an intelligence check.
Correct.
Evan, what's your intelligence?
On a scale of 1 to 20, how smart are you?
I'm more, but I'm more wise than I am
Pretty early game.
intelligent.
Oh, so you.
I'm not very book. I'm not very book. Smart.
Book smart.
The question was, on a scale of 1 to 20, what is your intelligence?
What
Neither
should we
one.
call it?
I think the DC is going up more than we ask meta questions.
As you're
Yeah.
trying to figure a lot of this out, and Kruk goes, if you are looking to expand your mind, I can offer something to help.
This is a
Well-
commercial.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
I was gonna say.
Is
So
it-
I
wait,
assume.
Krug, aren't you a
No.
savvy, intelligent person?
Me?
Fruit.
No.
Oh no, Croak. Yeah.
I am capable of certain things. I can cast the spell if needed.
Should
Is
we
it
have?
a chance for you to cast a spell, or will you succeed at casting the spell?
I am very good
Well.
at magic.
Okay. So maybe Kruk should cast the spell.
Make an intelligence check, by the way.
Okay.
Now.
Speaking of intelligence, I think it just kicked me out of the game.
It did.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Cool.
What's up, motherfuckers? I
What'd you
took
get?
math in college.
Gathering what you've taken stock of from the spells that
Oh,
she's
nice.
cast so far, and the random magical items and so on and so forth she has collected from what you've seen. Kruk doesn't seem to be a very good practitioner of the arcane, as she is someone who is very skillfully casting very mixed spells.
Right. I
Comprehend languages does not have a truthful property to it. However, a weird combination of Zone of Truth and Comprehend languages,
Yeah.
might be suspect.
Yeah, yeah.
Before I was like a tribal shaman.
Whatever spells she may be able to cast may have other effects that she is unaware of.
So I suppose if we can cast a spell, I probably have the next highest intelligence after you. So maybe I should try that.
Wait,
but-
why? Oh, why can't you cast this spell?
Because I'm going to be doing something else, and I cannot do both.
But
You're not-
like I said, I can't guarantee I can cast the spell.
You didn't do this before. Alright?
You ask,
So I think perhaps the best contribution I can make in the act is to make a cloud of fog to make things obscure.
I agree, but why can't we pre-make this idol? Like, have you make the idol and then?
That's what I'm doing. We are making the idol. The ritual day, we have to use the illusionary magic to make the idol appear to not be an idol. Does that make sense? So that when he wakes up, oh look, suddenly there's a new holy site. I've been blessed by my god. Right. So, I want one of the two of you to volunteer to be backup illusion magic.
I guess I could be the backup since I have probably the second highest intel.
Take control.
I can
All right.
prepare something to help your intelligence to open your mind. If something you wish.
Let's look into that. Let's look into that after we deal with step 1 of the statue first.
We will probably take you up on that.
Yeah,
Irvin,
but I was saying let's steal
what is
step
it
one.
and how? Yeah, what is it? What does it entail?
It is a creature we have found many times before. Eating from it tends to grant a higher form of thinking.
Really?
I have some in my home, if you wish.
How much do you have enough for?
I'll take
how
a
much
look
do you
at
have?
that later.
All right.
It is
So-
actually quite tasty.
Toasty.
Toasty?
Good to know. So, we have general idea of what we're gonna plan out. So, you make the statue.
No, we're not done yet.
Okay.
We need to know how Irvin can contribute. We've got one more person that we can work with. I want as much help as I can get to make this plan work.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, I don't have.
Well, Irvin, can't you use bless to increase my chances of succeeding on certain things?
I'm not certain that.
Should be an ability
Maybe.
check. And
Wait, I have an idea.
What?
Someone
Bless
check
is
just in
not-
case.
it is an ability. It's an ability check.
Okay.
Well, it's attack rolls or saving throws. It's not ability. Bless doesn't do ability checks.
Oh, not ability checks, damn.
Yeah.
Guidance would,
I
I guess.
have-
Let me ask you a
I one better.
Guidance is
Well-
that's a better cantrip, though. I don't
Is
have it.
there a spell available to you called Ceremony?
We'll
Who are you
spell
talking
it,
to?
Should be the
Irvin.
paladin.
I only have level 1 spell slot.
It should be a level 1 spell. I just don't know if it's on the Paladin spell list.
Should be on the paladin spell list.
I'm not
Ceremony.
seeing it. Ceremony, yeah.
Okay. You don't have it prepared right now, right?
No. I can
Okay,
do it in the
tomorrow.
morning.
This is what I need you to do for us. I need you to see if you can consecrate this cave.
Mm-hmm.
I can maybe try to help you, but if you can handle that, I would like to see if you can kind of not worship another god, but kind of like speak on Krook's behalf. Be like, hey, this is kind of screwed up. We kind of want to let you know we're doing the best that we can with what we've got. Maybe give Krook your blessing.
So you
Maybe
can,
take
with
this
ceremony, the casting time is an hour.
Mhm. And it's got a material component too, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Ritual.
24 gold pieces worth of powdered silver.
Which we've got silver, I think, in spades right now.
Yeah.
But we don't have powdered silver.
I know, which means we have to grind up our silver coin.
It's gonna take it's gonna take some time.
So
But-
it's 25, so we need 250 silver.
I've got 105.
I've
Okay.
got 60 something.
I'm checking.
So
our-
remember, ceremony
We've got it in
requires you to
party.
cast it onto a creature.
No, ceremony's got different functions.
It says,
You don't-
yeah,
I
but
can- I can do a
Great.
D4
Yeah,
ability
but
check.
yeah, but they're all to a creature usually. Because you
Yeah.
can cast
Hold on.
atonement, coming of age, dedication, funeral rite, and wedding.
Bless water. And
Bless-
bless water, you forgot that one. But yeah.
Bless water won't help for that.
No, it won't help with them. Yeah. I mean, mage is a D4 to ability checks. So that
True.
could be helpful.
You could cast it to create bless water, yeah. And then someone could drink it.
So-
and then-
I just thought of something, guys. So, you know how Dodia's job is to get the guy drunk? Well, I was thinking if I use my Gauntlet's ability, I can give him advantage on saving throws. Maybe he could drink more if that's the case.
Well,
Help get him
it could
drunker.
also be a deal. Oh no, not him to get saving throws because we want him to get drunk as possible. So that would be failures.
No, that's what I'm saying. We can give Doldia saving throws so we can keep like drinking more and more, so the guy keeps drinking up to keep up the challenge.
Hmm.
Okay, this is something that my character would know. and I don't. Consecration. What are the rules for that?
Consecration
Where
is
was
a
that?
much
I wasn't
higher
there.
level spell.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any like that.
Oh, s-
I do have ceremony though, which could be helpful for.
I mean, it
Bellador.
would. And there's other if read properly by someone in the party, you could do some things with it. But I'm the dungeon master.
I,
Looking at it. Hang on.
I don't know what you're talking about, so
That's not.
But yeah, consecrate is a much higher level spell and requires days that you have. But yeah. So
Ow.
yeah.
I do have a quick question for Croak here. About that thing you said that can increase intelligence. Before we even do that, is there any side effects we should know about, just like this telling the truth thing that we should know beforehand?
Say that again. Sorry.
That thing that you said if we eat we can increase our intelligence, whatever. It's like, are there any side effects we should know about beforehand?
There have been known to lose their minds to it.
Oh, that's
I'm sorry.
that's a big side effect.
I can hold.
Small one.
I'm sorry. I can't even hold my. I couldn't hold my face. All I imagined
I
was
don't-
you looking down at her, red faced freaking grung, just like casually. Some have lost their mind to it. Oh.
Oh,
No big deal.
Yeah.
I got it. I
It
figured out
is
the
quite
ceremony thing.
safe if you manage your intake. We can try it. I do have 2 uses left. Actually, 3.
we'll come back to that.
Irvin. Here's what I think. Here's my plan. All right, we're gonna make the site. I'm going to aid the ceremony by obscuring the area for as long as I can. The details, right?
Mm-hmm.
Krook is our main guy. Krook's got this. Krook's going to do the illusion magic. I need you to bless Krook as kind of a coming of age, because we're kind of doing something a little beyond the scope of what's normal. So we're kind of moving into that next sort of area of life, right? Krook, are you a young adult? I don't know your species.
I am prepared to die soon.
Oh.
So, no.
Right, Bellador. This works with Bellador, I believe.
Will it work for me?
What?
How
Young
old are
adult?
you?
I believe 22, but let me double check that just to
That
make
would be a
sure.
young adult. So that's
Yeah.
what I already was thinking. This like he's coming of age on Bellador, and
So Bellador is our main guy, and Krook can back
Actually, I guess.
up. Regardless, if we find someone who can do the illusion magic that's a young adult and that's on our side, you can use ceremony to bless them, and they'll get to add a D4 to an ability check
for 24 hours, all their abilities. Yeah, right.
for one.
Oh, well, it's one. Oh, it's right. It's one.
But it lasts for 24 hours. They can hold on to that. Okay.
Yeah.
And that could be that one moment. Okay. And that'll help significantly, I think. I hope, maybe.
It's not gonna hurt. It won't hurt. That's for sure.
Nothing can
Right.
hurt as long as it succeeds.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So
So,
the difference. The D4 is a big difference.
so there's that.
So
It could be. It could
so
succeed.
I need
The matter of
to-
succeeding or not.
I need 25 silver.
Putting it in terms of Dungeons and Dragons, granting anyone some sort of buff effect will feel
Yeah.
a sort of magical effect on their person. whether for good or ill. So it doesn't have to have the intended "you are blessed by the divine." You know, they will feel something unique on them.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it does all help as long as it's successful.
Exactly.
Okay.
I like this plan, and so we all have a part to play.
Mhm.
And
Right.
Okay.
Also,
I like
with
So-
it being a cast time of an hour, you will likely have to be preparing to casting this the entire time, even before the king arrives. Ceremony.
well, that's 24 hours. So I can do it in the morning to the person. and
Right.
then
Well,
they
If
have
you
24
wanted
hours
to
use it.
preparatory cast it on him, sure.
Yeah.
But mind you, this would be, if on a success, it would help as he got. It would lower the DC when as long as it was still affecting him. At the point of him trying to discern if
Well,
this
it
was,
lasts 24 hours.
Right.
It lasts 24 hours. Yeah. Okay. I get your sense, I think.
I'm saying if you succeeded and cast it on him beforehand, you would have to have the king alone for an hour, and then preparing him for the ritual. Once he got to the ritual, it would lower the DC. But yeah,
So I'm putting this on. Am I confused? I thought I was putting this on Bellador to help him with.
I thought it was going on me.
oh, you're trying to cast it
Yeah.
on Bellador. Okay,
Yeah.
I was confused.
to
Sorry.
help him with doing the.
You could do that.
What was he doing? Whatever he's
The
doing.
major image intelligence checks.
Okay,
for the
so
scroll.
on context, how would you want to cast it? You would want to cast that before the ritual on Bellador?
Correct.
Exactly.
Okay,
So he has 24 hours to use this.
that
We'll
works.
do the ceremony the morning of. The ritual will be the nighttime.
Right.
Okay. Here's what I've got set up in my mind. The tunnel leading up to the end of the cave where the idol is going to be like a land of torches so they can see their path. Me and Belhador and Krook will be at the end. Irvin can escort up, or whoever does the escorting, all the way down. We will have the magic prepared, and when we hear them within range, we will cast the magic. So there will be fog, there will be the illusion. Krook will have her illusionary backup if it's needed. If something goes horribly wrong, we'll have a backup plan. Pre-game and lead up is Irvin and Belhador get the guy drunk, give everybody whatever benefits they can, ceremony, and
Yeah.
kind of make sure that the
And I wanna-
ceremony starts. And we will be waiting.
When you do the actual ritual, I do want to go up there earlier and do pray. Like I'm gonna pray for real.
Yeah.
Like really pray.
We'll
so
do that.
okay.
All right.
So, well, we have how much time? Because the day before, I want this. I gotta have this prepare the spell, which means I have to have the silver dust.
Well,
powder.
we need to do that
So
tonight
we need
then,
to be working on this
obviously.
powder. We need to be working on getting this powder right now, guys. 'Cause and then the day
We
before,
can do
I'll
that
have
today. It's still morning.
Yeah, but I'm saying we gotta start doing it. Like we
Yeah,
gotta work.
I'm
on
gonna
it.
start painting.
You can do
guys
that
do what you
while
gotta do.
Owen's painting.
Yeah.
So, do you have any ideas on how to turn the silver into powder? Or anything?
It's
Say
an
that again? So you
intelligence
said it's
check.
Oh, for you to make the check of the creating the altar? Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be an intelligence check, and if you guys wanted to create it now, it'd be a good time.
Is there any way
Can I
I
do the
could
ritual
assist him
twice?
with this?
Yeah.
Can I do the ritual and give you both the? You guys are both doing ability checks. I can't I do the ritual 2 times and then
Yeah.
give you guys both the the benefit of that, the buff.
Yeah, you can.
So we'll need 50 gold
Them-
pieces. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. 'Cause
So
it
we
lasts
can do
24
that.
hours. So I can spend 2 hours. doing the
Nobody
ritual.
needs to sacrifice their personal money. We've got it in the party funds.
Oh,
In,
okay.
in silver.
So to alchemically turn it will take about a couple of hours to transform the silver into dust.
So we need 50 silver worth, right? Or are we doing anything more than that, guys? Are we doing more
Well,
people than that? Or 'cause I can
Doldy
do-
will be getting the guy drunk, so unless you could think that would benefit him some way.
I mean, I can't hurt him. I think we should do it for everybody.
Ceremony will only work on a young adult.
I don't know, every young
Well,
adult. Correct. So it'll
So,
work on me.
you-
and it'll work
Wait,
on,
yeah,
oh,
work on you and me. That's for sure.
What?
And
How
then,
old are you, Beldor? Or not Beldor, Boulder?
Say it again.
Are you a young adult?
Um,
I am not a
no,
dwarf. Okay. That's what I
no,
need.
I'm not a young adult.
So so only work on the ASMRs.
Okay. So, hey, Krook, what material should I make this out of that would be a soft material? Not like flimsy, but like, would bone be sacrilegious?
God damn it, it kicked
No,
me out
you
again.
can make it of stone if possible. And
Oh,
remembering that you cast Identify on the pigments, you would know that it wouldn't matter how grandiose you made it.
It will be a useless material, but it's
Right.
like, I could be stone, I could be bone.
Yes,
Bone is actually listed.
bone. Yeah,
Uh,
bone technically would be whatchamacallit, a more fragile construct, but it is not out of the realm. She doesn't say that it isn't
It wouldn't be
sacrilegious.
sacrilege.
It wouldn't be, but it's
Okay.
up to you really what kind of structure you want. Remember, it doesn't have to be the most sound structure, but
I get a basic description of the deity as best I can, kind of plan out what I'm going to do here. Very simple, but delicate statue. I'm not going for like masterpiece detail, and I'm not looking for like the 2-year-old that drew something in crayon. It's
I
just
get
like a very
T-Rex from Rugrats. I got it.
yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Is there any way
While
I
he's
can
doing
assist
that,
him
I'm
with this
working on
painting?
the gold pieces
Yeah.
and stuff, powder.
So I would say we're gonna have to do some rolls, so we'll take a quick break.
Okay.
During that break, I would say that you guys will have taken about 2 to 3 hours to alchemically change the silver. It would take Owen a lot of time to do that. You would have eaten by then, and then you would have returned to this chamber to then do everything. So we'll take a break, and then in that break span, your characters would have taken about 3 to 4 hours because you would also have to cast ceremony to do that. So we'll be back then, and then we'll pick up with the skill challenge.
Sounds good. How about what? 5, 7 minutes, 10
Yeah,
minutes? What?
about 5-6 minutes. I'll be back.
You guys are back.
All right. Okay. Everybody here?
I'm back.
I'm here.
Okay. Good.
Almost ready. It's like 30 more seconds.
No
Okay.
problem.
What about you, Owen? You back?
Probably not.
Probably checking on the vet he put in earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Back. Ready to go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, welcome
Hey,
back.
sorry about that. I had a phone call.
Oh, no problem, man.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
my mother called. I was like, yeah, okay, my birthday's next week. I should probably pick this up.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna be even older.
Yeah.
Happy you level up, Dave.
Yeah.
You don't get older.
Only-
You just
Only
up.
difference is.
What
only
kind of
difference is you
skill
don't get
points
any
do you
more-
get when you hit that kind of age? Huh? Can you
negative.
attack twice?
Yeah, your skill points start to go down, actually.
10 feet of movement?
You do reduction of 10 feet of movement.
No, I lose 10 feet of movement and my maximum hit points is reduced by 10, so it kind of sucks.
Exactly.
It sucks, but nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constitution gets lowered.
You take a -2 to all of your physical stats, and you age up a category, and a +2 to all of your intelligence stats.
Oh, nice. That's,
Until eventually it just is -2 to everything for every year, eventually.
yeah.
But when you hit a certain age category, each year you have to roll to see if you die of old age.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That
but
was actually in 3.5. That happened. I had a player that did that on purpose to see what would
awesome.
happen.
See if you survived your birthday because
He
of all
outlived
the.
everyone.
Wow, I keep rolling natural 20s for my birthday roll.
I mean, that's all I've actually been doing for Doldir. You know, those aren't actual wine Constitution saving throws. Those are Constitution saving throws to see if he just dies.
Wow, that's just rude.
at any point, you know, you guys may be expecting him to just like help in a T-Rex fight, but he's just
At any point, you can just drop dead at any moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't need them anyway.
Well, when you're 350 years old.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He was how old?
Wait, what?
You want to know how old my character was in my real life Tuesday night groups that I had to leave? He was older than the campaign.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh.
He was like, because the DM let me make a wizard at an advanced level, and I was like, I've got how much wealth? And I'm a wizard. I don't need magic items. I am the magic item. I just need my spell book. I'm gonna get cloned. My character's 10,000 years old.
Yeah.
He just kept cloning himself, so he never died. Because you can.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted, the adventurer
He was
said.
like- once he found out what he was doing, he was like, "Oh, you cannot predate the last calamity."
Yeah.
He actually had to tell me that. It's like,
Sorry, you're too old.
Well, what about when the clone has amnesia?
Oh.
And you don't realize that the big bad you're hunting is just the
Is
original you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun. Okay, back where we left off. You guys were trying to create a statue of a frog?
Back from one
Or
conversation to another
somebody to
one.
have sex with.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Deus Ex Machina.
exactly. He knows.
Yep.
All right, let's start this. With you rested, you've had a lunch, you've all talked about the plan. Did anyone want to partake in the intellect cuisine?
I wanted to.
You
look
know-
at it first.
You know
What
what?
is this?
I want to check it out first and like inspect it first. If
Yeah,
possible.
I want to identify this. I have lots of knowledge.
Sure, says
What is this thing?
all the skeptical players. She brings forth what looks to be very packed in salt and dried leaves, and opens it almost like a Christmas turkey, except it looks to be a dissected, large, eaten in several places and cut open brain.
Okay. A brain
So-
of what? Like what? What am I looking at here?
You are looking at what looks to be a ham-sized brain.
Oh wow.
Now,
Ooh,
you said
okay.
if as long as we control, how much is a safe amount to eat of this thing?
I would eat about this much for myself, but for you, I would probably eat a little bit more. And she starts to cut into it. Very, very, like, squishily. It cuts well, but there is a stank to it that she has no knowledge of and fills your nostrils like, oof. I don't know how old that is, but she cuts into it. She says, "It has awakened my mind a few times and allowed me to learn many things. How we communicate is how I figured out to create this spell."
So,
Well,
does Owen know anything about what's going on, or is this a
Make an
completely new thing?
Arcana check.
Arcana or nature?
could I also make one?
Arcana. If you have Arcana, you may make an Arcana check.
No, I am not.
You looking at this on the other side, Bellador, you have no knowledge of what this could be. Own, as you're looking at it, you start to think the size of it. Man, this thing must have had legs. Oh my god, that's an intellect devourer.
Dude, that's awesome.
You're just like,
So,
What's going to happen to me when I eat this thing?
from her experience and from what you gathered, no one's ever technically, from your experience, thought to eat one. For whatever reason, she decided to eat an intellect devourer. Or where the fudge did she get it?
Yeah, exactly.
These things dwell deep, deep within the Underdark, and
Oh, yeah.
never touch the surface, and are
They
never
are terrifying.
yes, and are never alone.
I think my character would probably know something more about these in general, anyways.
Particularly
idea what
the
this is.
consumption of such an entity or creature would have some sort of psychic magical properties. However, knowing the risk to reward of such a thing is very hard to gauge because intellect devourers, as you know it, eat the intelligence of those
Oh, yeah.
within its vicinity.
Oh, yeah. All right, Krook, what happens to anybody who eats too much?
they usually go crazy.
Beholder.
Yeah. So I want to actually ask the whole group, do you guys think it's worth it? Because I have to
shove my
make
shit into Bellador's arms, and I take a helping.
Don't do that.
So, you cut into it, and she's already given you what looks to be a very small portion, but which is larger than for what hers is.
Yeah.
As she starts to chew into it, and she's like, and then very little chewing into a swallow, for her. But for you, as you're chewing into it, it just.
Yeah.
But as you're getting it down your throat and you swallow it, you immediately feel this this sort of compulsory itching. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Where is it? Oh no. Can I bless him first?
It's fine. Because as your mind starts to itch, you start, man, if, I don't know, maybe, and you decide, okay, the risk is far too, the risk is wrong. There's no way that an intellect devours, and then your mind just, like, becomes a gape for a split second, and you start hearing the thoughts of your friends and allies nearby. You hear Doldir going, man, I really should have wiped before I left. You hear Irvin whispering to himself that he really needs to figure out how he's going to fix his holy symbol. And Bellador is just trying to figure out if anyone's noticed that, he's worn his sash on his left side instead of his right side today.
I know, it's so rude no one's pointed it out.
I know, right? Such assholes. But as you're like getting these glimpses into people's minds, you also realize that the scrolls that you were reading before that you had no knowledge of how to cast them, you're like, wait a minute. Oh, if I read the incantation while casting my own spell slot, or you just start figuring things out, and maybe that'll disproportionately allow me to cast a spell in this capacity, and your mind is racing momentarily, and this is the smartest you've ever been. So for all of you, Irvin is just like mind sweating right now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? Since
Yeah,
I
that's
do
gross.
I need to make the intelligence check. So
For
I'm
what?
gonna.
You don't know what's going on.
You have no idea what's going on. You just see Krook, who's also chewing onto this, and Irvin just sweating right now, just like he hasn't said anything after eating it. He hasn't said a single word.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and be like, hey, you okay, bud?
Me? I haven't eaten it. I didn't eat
No,
it.
Owen.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I am.
As
Well-
Owen starts, as you say that, Owen, your lips don't move. In your mind, Bellador, you hear him say, "Yeah, I'm fine," but like an echo in your head.
What? Crazy.
Okay, then. So, here's a question for the rest of you guys. For our plan here, the plan is I'm going to do this, use the scroll, right? And so I need to make an intelligence check. Do you think I should do that?
Not today.
He says in your mind.
Well, I'm saying, before we do this, should I do that? What do you guys think?
Yes. Don't be a bitch. Give in to the peer pressure.
Okay, but let's leave that till after we get everything else planned out.
Well, yeah, let's get the rest of the stuff figured out. What
That's what I'm
day
saying.
How many days away is this? Is our goal here to do this?
Well, we had a week to do it, he said, and we spent one day here already, and it's like what, mid the second day.
And we got the. Did we get all the silver? It got converted to powder that we needed.
I mean, that's the.
Did it go through? Did you hear me?
I mean,
Did
I heard
we
you.
get the components we needed, DM?
Yeah, you would have done that by now.
So
Okay.
we have the components. So
I'm thinking about. So I can make sure
wait,
I have.
did we make that statue yet or no?
Not yet.
So we gotta go do that.
Well, I thought. Aren't I? Oh, I can't do that. Yes, we gotta do that.
And as they're thinking about that, you're like, I can easily draw a statue of a frog. Not hard. It's like probably the easiest thing. What are we worried about? I can do this right now. It's just a rough translation from the, and you're just thinking about the Ocean King people that you've been from and the Grungs.
Yeah.
It's so similar. You could just use one of their deities.
Yeah.
Why are we being
Yeah.
so stupid
I got
about this?
I got this. I'm just gonna go and fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it
Yeah.
then.
Kind of the idea.
Yeah. Owen says nothing and just starts walking out the tent.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, we should stop him.
Let's follow him. No, let's see what happens here.
Wait, let's
Go.
just see what goes on, and I'll just stop following him.
Dolder grabs one of the wine bottles and heads out with you guys.
No, not right now. We don't need you like that right now. Save after the plan.
I got a pregame, bruh. But
No,
I understand.
You gotta prepare
save
for,
what we can for the plan.
gotta prepare for Beer Fest, man. 2020.
Yeah.
So you
You
all
know what? Do what you want.
you all swim back to the alcove that will be the new temple of Nang Nang, and Irvin takes very much like Rick and Morty season 1. He's very Rick in the sense of talking fast, making excessive weird bodily noises that he probably shouldn't, and seems to be sweating profusely. But Owen, you can immediately, as you return, you're like, I know exactly how I'm going to paint this statue.
Yep. Am I rolling or do I just do it?
So yeah, roll with advantage. And did you cast a ceremony on him?
No, we're doing that tomorrow.
Okay.
Also, I don't think. I don't think he
Or the day
can.
that we do it.
He's old. Well, he's old.
Yeah.
No, he's old.
Yeah,
I can't give it to
Yeah.
him.
It's only me and you that can do it.
I got this. I got this.
Um,
Do you get advantage?
he did.
He did.
That is with advantage.
1 second. I think. Let's see. Okay. So, as you're all wondering if he's ready, Owen licks the brush and then dips it into the paint, and he starts tracing the statue onto the ground at first. But as you can see, he's drawing it in and keeping certain things incomplete. And as he's creating them incompletely, you notice that he has these brown pieces that he's also painting around the statue itself. And then on the ceiling, he also draws what looks to be something in a shade of dark blue and brown and red and yellow, and it turns silver. And as he's continuously drawing for the next 20-30 minutes, eventually a very elaborate Owen beautiful mind goes, it's done. But in a very quick way, he seems like a coke addict who's
Oh my God.
who's finally finished, and maybe you'll let him outside now. And you all see what looks to be a painting of a very basic frog statue that has a garnish of blue stone dress around her. And as he's done, he licks his fingers one more time, licks the brush, one more line across, and now the sound grasps at you all first as you hear a as raising from the ground, and manifesting is a statue of a very convincing female frog. And the stone itself does appreciate the time and attention on the blue gown, as though it turns into a stone extension. It is blue as it comes out of the ground, and the details of green and gold around the head make out a crown. And it slowly rises, but as it's rising, Owen kind of pushes some of you out the way, as also drawn into this is a rope pulley. As it rises, Owen is pulling down on it to get it to stand straight up. Something you guys may have oversaw, but the highly intelligent Owen did not. As he raises it over and shadows the group, it lands perfectly at a base, and at the base there seems to be a bunch of fish painted into it. Some of them look, very abstract. One of them has a hat, you don't know why, but why question such a master at this point? Owen, right when you're done with it, and you see the statue finally constructed of Nang Nang, you realize, it was a good idea not to give her eyebrows. But it's done.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow. That's amazing. That's what. But question: where are we gonna hide this until we need it, and how are we moving it?
oh,
It
this
stays
place,
there.
this place is abandoned. Remember?
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I
that's
forgot
why I
that.
wanted this place. Like, this is just.
Oh, I forgot about that part. I cut out, so I must have missed that because I had the issue with the internet. So
Mm.
I remember hearing that part. Okay. So how are we gonna make sure nobody comes here accidentally, like for whatever reason, until then?
Well, nobody
Have to
should be.
Hope that they don't, I guess.
I can watch the place until you return. But
Sounds good.
if I were
I-
missing too long, they will come looking for you. And Rourke might just suspect you more.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys want to do? What next?
Well, let's see. So we need to figure out when we're gonna pull this whole thing off. So what are we doing this tomorrow? The day after? We gonna spend tomorrow preparing?
I gotta get them drunk enough. I gotta get them ready to party.
Yeah, we do have to
Why
also
need-
we have to get the king to agree to have a drinking contest with Doldir as well.
Well, we can get them excited about the upcoming ritual and celebrate. Just talk about celebrating and.
Oh,
I don't like how you vote that.
As your moment of brilliance continues, out of slowly at first, it slows down and then takes some. As you're starting to figure out some things and be like, oh, I should read the book now too while I have this opportunity. Your mind starts to get slower and fade, and you forget some speech, how talk, magic. You kind of drool a little bit,
What's going on?
and
Oh, you okay?
Uh,
I go over, shake him like, slightly. Hey, what's going on? You okay?
And I throw up on his shoes.
yeah.
Like-
He just starts
Oh,
just throwing
Don't-
up profusely.
Don't worry, I'll just cast Prestidigitation to clean up the mess.
thank you.
Right after you
Alright.
prestidigitate it, some more throw up follows.
Sit down.
Yeah, I'll just wait till he's done.
I'm just waiting. We'll wait till all the throw-ups on your shoes.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
it's easier.
And basically you take residual impact from the consumption of the intellect devour, and in about 20 minutes the symptoms pass.
Am I back to normal, or am I still fucking Rick?
You feel disgusted that you ate. You just feel extremely dirty that basically you ate maybe 2-week-old intellect devour, like 2-week-old brain, not even cooked. You feel back to normal. Your intelligence is the same. No lingering effects. But it did what she said it would do.
No.
Okay. Well, whatever.
So what now?
Probably not gonna be the worst thing you've eaten.
So, let's see.
So you have the statue. Statue has been constructed.
Step one is complete. Step one's completed.
Mm-hmm.
So what's phase 2, guys? I gotta get this. We got the powder for the silver.
Phase 2 is you cast that spell and grant it on both of us.
Do we? We gotta prep the area though first. So you want to do torches and all this fancy stuff in the area. So we should probably prep to do all the things we want to do here.
I agree.
Like it being more ceremonial, more
Statue
ritual,
is one thing, but Irvin has a point. There should be more torches. Perhaps we make the place more suitable.
Exactly. Spruce it up a little bit. I think we spend the next day or so doing that. And then I gotta learn how to do this.
I also have a quick question to ask everyone. Say everything goes well, we cast the spell, it goes through. What do I make the image do? Because he can't touch this image or else it will be revealed it's an image. So if he tries to make any physical contact, the whole thing's ruined.
That's why we have the idol to underlay the image. You're effectively painting the idol.
Okay, so
you can
what
just
exactly you want me to do?
The image of her more beautiful, or cast light around her form.
So I'll make the statue look more like goddessly, and then have it like accept him as king.
Like it's maybe the idol's almost like projecting the image or like over itself.
Well, here's the thing: I can make it talk, so I could tell him it's like it accepts him as king or something like that.
Like, I'm the yeah, exactly, my king.
Of course. So, alright, so I'll make the statue look more goddessly obvious, and then I'll have it accept him as the king of these people. Bless you.
Thank you.
Maybe we should write the speech or something for you.
Yeah.
Dialogue or whatever.
You good there, bro?
I'm good.
Make a Constitution saving throw, Dolby.
Really?
All you do.
I sneeze. That's just rude. All right.
All you did remind me of was that Dolder this entire time has been drinking something. He has no idea what it is.
Yeah, I did tell you not to do that.
And the funny part was I wasn't even drinking. I just sneezed.
I understand it. I'm not saying anything wrong with how you sneeze. I'm just saying it reminded me that you have been drinking something that requires Constitution saving throws regularly. So
there you go, 17.
17. Same effect. You're holding it down, but man, you're feeling the alcohol, but it's just sitting in you. Sitting in you.
Let's get you out of here because I don't want to have to clean that up and make it look all ceremonial. You have to clean up your crap everywhere.
Don't worry, I know when I need to use the bathroom. I'm not no child. I'm older than you, boy.
True.
Yeah, and that's the reason I can get the ceremonial ability and you can't.
Hey, let's work. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and besides, you get to do your favorite pastime as your part of the contribution.
Exactly. So it's not even work at all.
So, so,
Crack my elbow.
but now back to the point of, oh, now that you've experienced it firsthand, do you think it's worth it that I have some of that thing to try and cast a spell?
I'm gonna consider this as like a coming of age opportunity for you. It's time to grow some hair on your chest.
Cause you ain't got none.
Wait, is that my casting? I'm casting coming out of age on him, aren't I? That's exactly what I'm
yeah.
casting on him.
Yeah. It's time to make some questionable decisions.
Okay.
That's the thing, though. It doesn't last that long, so I'll have to do it before, like, right before I cast the spell as well.
That's fine. We'll just take it with us.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm just gonna make sure we gotta bring it with us.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan? Are we doing this tomorrow so we can come here tomorrow to perform your ceremony spell? So,
We're going to do it on a day where we will tell them that it's the day.
so, yeah, I was saying, are we pulling this up tomorrow, or are we gonna do it the day after?
I think we should
When do we
sleep
plan?
on it, and when we wake up, we'll decide that.
So, here's what I was
What time of day is
thinking.
it right now?
So,
It's pushing maybe 5.
So-
Okay.
Here's what I was thinking, since both me and Irvin need to be here to cast a ceremony spell and stuff. Why don't, Owen and Doldia, why don't you, while we're preparing for that, why don't you go and get the king to start drinking with Doldia and convince him to do that while we're preparing
I think
this?
the drinking should be part of the event. Like, everybody should be drinking. But Boulder needs to make sure that there is drink there.
Yes. And we will pregame before we
Try
come.
to make sure he's.
Like,
Make sure he's
we are
swapped.
celebrating.
Yeah. Today's the day that you meet your
Mhm.
queen
Yeah.
Alright,
and make
Like-
coitus.
but
Making it a wedding event.
Yeah,
Anyway, so
exactly. So, but we need time to. Don't worry, we gotta push this place up. We gotta get the torches.
okay.
We have things to do.
Well, you
But
can
You guys go ahead.
you can make the torches with the pigments as well.
I got some torches on me.
You can literally make whatever it is you want to add in with the pigment.
Oh,
that's true. We could just do that.
Let's do all the cool things for this place. Let's do the
Let's make-
torches. I don't know. Is it a cave? I don't know the area very well. Is it like some sort of a cave? or what is
It's
this
a
area?
short cave, about almost a little bit bigger than the one you were in before, with the
Don't
statue.
know, is there any like religious symbols or glyphs like on the walls we could put, like something to make it feel more ritualistic, like
You
all
can,
down the
however way you wish. You can add pillars. You can
Yeah,
add.
stuff like I would ask.
You can do anything to make it more
I think we
majestic.
should. Yeah, we should definitely do that. That kind of
I'm,
we'll ask,
I'm gonna say this. We want more rolls, we want more input, but at the same time, if we have a lot of rolls, bad rolls might be really bad.
That's true.
Just be
I don't want to metagame, dude. I just want to have fun with this.
have fun with it. Go for it. Go for it, man. Do what you want.
So, what would you like to have been built by now?
Dolders wants to try to make a torch.
There's just a pile of bad torches.
Yeah.
Just,
Don't hate on my creation.
no, I know. I'm just.
I'm
your-
gonna,
your
we're gonna have drunk, so
character-
anything we do crappy here, like maybe he'll
Make
overlook it. or won't
me.
notice it.
I want you to make me an intelligence check, Doldir. I won't give you disadvantage. Just a regular to make enough torches for the room.
9.
9. Over the next hour, with getting to use, like, Owen has poured out a few colors you're allowed to use, and giving you a little area, and they actually come out
Why
pretty
you
damn.
make it sound like I'm like this 5-year-old kid put in a corner just making some
Because
terrible...
you're an alcoholic trying to use magic items. As if there's no gun in this world. Magic items are the gun of the world. You could have easily just made a bear trap on the ground. Actually, oh wow. Think about it. That's pretty potent.
No.
Damn it. Alright, patent pending. Anyway, I will say over the next hour, Doldir actually makes pretty
Decent
standard
look.
iron-made torches. And they do stand to the wall. Some may not be straight, but they're in that wall. They're in that wall. There's about 6 of them in total, by the way.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, I did the best I could. I'm done.
As he's very proudly walking away, there's one that is definitely upside down. But every single 5 out of 6, really good job.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 out of 6.
Especially for an alcoholic. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I got good hand-eye coordination for an alcoholic. Well, I fight anyway, so I better have good hand-eye coordination.
I would hope so.
Also, Doldir, as you're lighting them all to give them the effect, on one of them you give out a very hefty burp because you have this substance is really as you do, the flames from the torch splash across the entirety of the wall and almost set the entire cavern side of this section on fire.
Yeah, I need to sit down.
As you just see, Bellador basically bellows out flame from what you all see.
Wait, I do?
I mean, you all do. You all see it.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take the paint away from him.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm done anyway.
Okay, is there anything else that you want up in here, Evan?
I'm a consult broker. Whatever it is. What would you find out about their
She
culture,
easily brings up some stories that could probably be painted into a mural, drawn on the side of the different gods and goddesses.
Yeah, stuff like that.
And you easily make an intelligence check.
I usually make one.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want advantage.
As
Either
Doldir's
way.
painting in his corner.
Like a 5-year-old child, bro.
In the back of the chamber, Irvin is sort of taking on a very, very extensive project in creating a mural behind Nang
I'm
Nang.
doing it. I know so. I want to do. I was just asking the question about what they would have. I don't want to paint anything.
Oh, you don't?
No, I was trying to find out information.
Okay. She
To
gives
have-
you a
to
bunch.
have-
She gives you information on some of the divines that, and there are not many. There's only 4. How much of that information you really retain is up to you.
Well, because I was gonna have. I can talk this. I was gonna have.
I guess I was gonna
I was
paint.
gonna have. Well, no, I wasn't gonna paint. I was gonna have own paint because he's the one. We all know that he's the one that's can. Right? Like our characters know would be better at this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that metagaming?
Not really.
That's why he did it.
I mean, we all know. I mean,
you
we all
guys-
know he's the smartest out of all of us.
I mean,
we all know this.
You all saw him paint a very elaborate statue, and we're like,
All
I can.
right. Get your hands out of my pants.
Yeah. Hey, come. Let's go paint a mural.
Paint you a mural of what?
Of the culture. I'll explain the culture that she explained to me. Like their.
Is there something in particular, Krook, that would help with our endeavors?
You could create the everlasting image of the king coming to the chamber, him seeing Nang Nang, and her blessing him.
Oh, that's a great idea.
All right, we'll do it.
Okay. Intelligence check, please.
Oh, 18, unless I still have the advantage.
No, you don't, but 18.
Still 18.
You what the heck? You easily, with some of your confidence now, using the paints, do create a 3-panel, I forget what they're called, but a mural of the king seeing a frog like the king, very small, seeing the statue, for the first time, him being blessed by it, and him ruling on a throne on the third panel. It takes about a couple of hours though, as you're not drawing much of an object, as you are creating an extension of the stone to look like the stone is coming out to be the mural. But you do create it in a couple of hours, and as you're all finished and Doldir's made the torches, the mural, the chamber actually looks to be night and day from when you've come in. What was an empty area now has painted stone from the pigments, a very hefty statue, adorned very beautifully and decorated in different colors. You were able to utilize the colors of the paints to actually create something than just dry stone. And additionally, the mural itself lays in a very good story to this, and Krook looks enthralled by what you've done. If this was not a ruse, I would like to think that for generations, my people would come here and pray.
Well,
They still might.
that is kind of the idea, is to give you something beneficial to your culture. It just so happens that we're in a bind at the same time and taking advantage of the situation. So, I mean, I should try to make this kind of nice for you, you know?
It is for a good cause, and it will be remembered. If this
Now,
goes
guys.
well, I may have something more for you as a reward.
I really hope this works.
Guys, I just thought of a slight problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I cast the major image, I will, and if I make it speak, I'd have to obviously speak their tongue, right? But the only way I can speak that is if I use that Grog spell, and that makes me tell the truth. So,
So
I
don't speak. All I'm expecting you to do is to make an image that he can see vaguely through, so like maybe some like softly glowing eyes, and just kind of gesture him forward. I'm not expecting you to actually have to say anything in their language.
yeah. If I make a suggestion, what if we throw like a throne in here, and I would have it gestured for him to sit in the throne, like blessing him as the king of the land? I don't know, just a suggestion. So, but yeah, that makes sense.
I think you don't have to talk. I think it'll be fine.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I won't talk. I'm just saying, like, if we build a throne, I could gesture him to like sit in the throne as like a symbolism of like he's now. I bless him as the king of the land.
Bless him as the king. Yeah, I get it.
It will be a little suspicious if no words are spoken, but I could try.
Okay. So what's the plan on that one then? You're gonna try to speak for her?
I could say a few words.
Here's the thing. If you don't use this spell to tell the truth, you don't have to tell the truth. That way you could say whatever you want, as long as I'm casting a image of that, you could cast in whatever, you tell them to talk.
Correct.
So we won't be able to understand what's going on, but you can say what you want. That would make sense.
Wait, why does she need to take the incense if she already speaks their language?
No, that's what I'm saying. She doesn't cast a spell on us. That way she's not forced to tell the truth all the time.
You said
so
we
she
wouldn't know
can...
what's going on, but we would, wouldn't we?
No,
We
I say
all
we
speak
wouldn't.
the language.
I said we wouldn't
would we?
understand what they're saying.
If we're on the incense.
I can.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to explain this. So, she would not cast a spell on us, so we would not speak their language. but that means she can lie. So I can cast a spell of major to move the object. She can cast a spell to speak from this object.
I get you.
That way, I can do the movement, and she could just talk, so I don't have to lie. So I don't have to be telling the truth and speak about it.
This
But you'll be unaware of what's going on, so you won't be able to do the proper movement based on the situation.
Obviously, we would figure out what to say and make a plan beforehand. But yeah, I can see your point.
If the king starts, talking, asking questions or speaking to you, statue or whatever, then, and if you don't know what's going on, then it's going to be rough to figure out how to act or react.
we could be under the influence of the brain. That way our minds could talk.
How many
I
more
like that.
charges of that do you have?
So wait. So now, because I was trying to play like I didn't know it did that. So she just tells us about that now. Like do we know about that?
I never told you.
Well,
I didn't tell you fucking anything.
I
I
assumed
wanted Bellador to figure that out.
He reenacted
Yeah.
the scene from Beer Fest where he has to find the hidden underground beer place by getting himself sloppy drunk.
yeah. So I assume I figured that out since Owen was talking to me through his head, not actually talking.
I mean, to you it would have been on now it's a little bit coming together, but yeah.
Yeah.
I have enough that I can take some for myself and maybe one other.
Well, that would be the plan. Like, I would take some to help me able to cast the spell. And then you could take the rest of it to be able to talk through your head.
That would work.
Okay. So what's this is step 2, right? Phase 2, or so what's next?
Step 1 must be get the king drunk. Step 2,
Step 1,
bring the king to the temple. While
Step 3,
some of the effects have taken place. And then step 3 would to be conducting the ritual in a manner that you and your friends would create the effect of Nanang emerging through the statue.
well, before we get the king drunk, Irvin, you and me would have to come here so we could cast ceremony and get the effects beforehand, because you said they last the whole day.
Well, you don't have to come here to do that.
Here to do it, yeah. We can. It lasts 24 hours, and we can do it.
That's what I'm saying. You and me come here in the morning. You perform that spell on us, and then we go get the king drunk.
Well, why are we going? Why do we have to go there? We can do it anywhere.
I thought you said you needed to do it here.
No, I can do it anywhere.
Oh, well, then we can just perform that, whatever, and then do it, and then go get the king drunk.
We can do it in the morning, like before we head off to do the ceremony stuff. Or the
That's what
ritual. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We do it before we do any of that other stuff that day.
Exactly.
So, everyone understand that part of the plan?
Oh, mine's very.
What are the exact effects we are planning on here? Like, what are the exact, like effects, special effects or illusions that we?
Well,
are going to...
Here's the plan. Belhador is going to superimpose an image of the deity over the idol. I'm going to obscure the area with fog, so it's kind of harder to see details and to give them privacy. I don't want to see this shit. Krook is going to do backup. We're putting all of our benefits, or what we can, on Belhador. And Irvin and Boulder, for prep immediately before the ceremony, are going to kind of get the proceedings going, lead people to
I have
the
an
cave,
idea.
get the king drunk.
What? Yeah, that's part of my idea. In addition to that, what if we have a concoction, a potion, or whatever, ready to go near the statue that the king will be, as part of his ceremony, will have him drink it, and that it'll help, maybe it's like a hallucinogenic properties to it.
I don't think we have any of those stuff.
All right, that's what Boulder has just drank, right?
Well, we don't know that. I don't know.
Well, that's just their wine, so they're probably used to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but that might also be the only thing they have. So like, just get them drunk, you know.
Okay.
We don't want him thinking super clearly.
Anybody else try the wine?
No.
No.
No one else has.
Cool.
Just a dwarf. Okay, so
Alright.
My part of the plan is pretty simple. Get them drunk, bring them to the temple. That's pretty much it.
So, don't we need to also prepare like this celebration portion of this too? But this is just the finale of the celebration, like up here to the temple or this statue and do the ritual. Should we do other stuff planned, like maybe a grand feast and
well,
entertainment?
I'd assume we would be doing that while we'd be getting him drunk.
Exactly, but we don't have anything planned. I got nothing.
Well, I assume if we tell him about like what day we do it, he'll plan something.
Okay.
Probably, I think, maybe.
I just didn't know how detailed we needed to be on our end.
Or maybe we tell him that he needs to have a full stomach of food and drink before we can finish the ritual as a part of it or something like that.
Just be like, hey, this is a wedding. Let's fucking celebrate.
Let's just celebrate, yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
That would
Yeah,
work.
I think we should probably give them like 2 or 3 days so they can actually like plan this and get it ready and celebrate.
So we should.
That's what the prep work is. It's like Golder and Irvin get things ready for the party. I don't want them to schedule a day to do this. I want us to have control of like if we decide tomorrow,
that tonight
we do
is the night.
Yeah. We want to have
like
complete.
tonight's the night we
Okay.
fucking party. We're doing this. Right?
We want complete control of everything, basically.
Okay.
We
do
could
it.
easily say that our timetable has accelerated due to the weather or something.
Weather or something.
Yes.
Sounds good.
You're a clever boy. You'll think
Sure.
of something.
I am a girl.
I was talking to Irvin.
He is also a girl.
Okay then. So, I say we rest up for the night then, I guess.
Okay. And that's where we'll end it.
Is it 6:30?
Yes, sir. So,
Cool. Goes fast.
All right.
yeah, that did one fast. But
Yeah.
we did well.
Yeah, that went real quick.
And we all die next time we meet. Are we skipping
Probably.
the next one, by the way? Because I think the next one I have to miss for work, and then
So
I don't know
Yeah.
what my schedule is next month.
So 2 people will be